Welcome back. As we promised earlier, we'll be having a discussion on the BBI politics. BBI has been termed as an unstoppable juggernaut. The opposition leader Raila Odinga terms it as a tsunami. So tonight we are having a discussion here with Enoch Omariba. Enoch, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be love to hear about the issue of BBI. It has been termed as an issue that has caused a split in the nation, although its main intention is to unite the country. From where you sit, do you think the BBI has now come to cause disunity in the country as opposed to the unity that it was meant to bring about in the country?
Thank you very much. All I can say about BBI. BBI came because the president and the former prime minister felt that they need to build the gap between what happened in 2017. That's how BBI came. Mm-hmm. And we all believed what we have been given is a document.
Yeah.
What we want is action and not a report.
Mm-hmm.
For the past few days, we have seen around, it started from Kisii, went to Kakamega, and I highly doubt if even those who have been accompanying the former prime minister, if they have gone through that document. We as the Kenyans, like any other person who is below 35 years, we're the people who make this economy. We believed that the report which was given by the chairman, Aji, was going to unite the Kenyans. Until we have now realized, especially on what happened in Narok, we have seen disunity. They went to Kitui. There were chaos. We are supposed to ask ourselves, is this what we have been waiting for? And you see, it's just a report. It has not been implemented. What we're supposed to see, how are we going? Like the president gave more time to give more fuels. I strongly believe at this particular time, we have BPI 1 and BPI 2.
Yeah.
That's what I feel from where I'm seated. Because if we have been given time to submit, I was among the youth who sat down and gave the fuels. We went to KICC, gave our report, which we felt like it is going to help each and every person. And our world is all about nothing all. It's all about corruption. Our country has been taken back because of corruption. Those are the issues we want to see being talked about, nothing more.
Are you now accusing the Yusuf Haji-led community on not providing leadership when it comes to the issue of BBI? Because of now, the politicians have really taken over the issue of the initiative moving forward.
My only worry about the commission, why have they taken that long to give out the document to the Mwananchi? Have you seen in these rallies disputing the report to Mwananchi?
Not really.
Then you need to ask yourself, if they're spending this much to go for the rallies, why is it taking long even to come up without that document in Kiswahili, even in native languages, so that each and every person can understand what is this are they talking about? That document or the report contains 156 pages. I've gone through it. It's good. And somehow there are things which are supposed to be rectified. That's what we want to see. But we don't want to see a scenario whereby we're being told this PPI is more strong than even the coronavirus. You know, that real worries us. We need to see all these people, all these readers who have been attending these rallies coming out, talking about some crosses about corruption, inclusivity, about election. You see, the only challenge we have had as Kenyans, when we are nearing electioneering a year, people start panicking. That's what we were expecting to be talked about after elections. And even before, we have lost a lot because of election. That's why we came and we gave our views about what's supposed to be done. We cannot be seeing people dying before elections, people moving from where they're staying because they feel they're not safe. That's not what we want. We want a report whereby, as the Prime Minister and the President came with the report, you want to see them going all over the country, talking about it, and distributing the material of the report as it is. That will make sense.
Opposition leader Raila Odinga, during his movements across the country, and of course the stopovers in different regions in the country, has been saying that leaders should come out and give their proposals on the BBI. But some of the proposals that are being made, for instance, in the issue of the Narok BBI meeting, they raised the issue of the implementation of the TGRC report, something that has remained in the shelf. Do you think the proposals that are being made by different regions are too tough and they might not be met?
For instance, for the TGRC report, we have been waiting for it. And in fact, it should be out. We have spent a lot in the PPI. They corrected fews from all over the country, 47 counties. They got the fews. But the question is, why have they not gone to 2010? There were fews which were given, which they were supposed to use. They haven't used. Come to the Narok issue, the Ma issue. They have all the rights to talk about as the Ma. But it's really unfortunate to see the leaders from the Ma community coming out strongly, saying that you can just come, stay here, do business, but when it comes to politics, keep away. Is that what we're supposed to see? No, definitely no. That's why you saw the Kieleweke, Tanga, and ODM said, we all support PPI. Until when they went to Kitui, they were fracas. When Moses Kuria came and read of majority Murkomen, you saw what happened. This is what we were expecting. Ekuro Court came with Punguza Mzigo. He's a Kenyan, like another person. They could have seen what is in that document, see if it's good for the Kenyans, and then they will go analyze and get it to Mwananchi. Or what Mwananchi wants: security, food, and education. Mm-hmm. There is a rise of unemployment in this country. Have they talked about it? The issue of unemployment. Haven't seen it. What we have seen in the report, even before it's now, we don't know what is going to happen about it. Or is it a referendum? Is it parliament? We wanted, as the report has come out, we want to see each and every person getting an opportunity to go through it. Mm. For instance, when we are talking about corruption, there is a cap whereby the civil servants, they're not going to do business with the government. That's a tick. You go ahead and tell the Kenyan, the whistleblower, you whistle about corruption, you're given 5% of it. Have they talked about the security of the whistleblower? Mm. That's what we need to see. All these rallies, when they go all over the country, talking about it. How are they going to secure the whistleblower? Mm-hmm. That's what they haven't talked about it. Mm-hmm. And we expect, as they're moving all over the country, they should go straight to the point. Mm-hmm. And tell the Kenyans the issue of employment, the issue of corruption, security, and so many other things. We as the Kenyans, like I said, we don't want the report. We want to see action. Mm-hmm. So that we move forward. Action is very important. We
will continue with our discussion, but first we want our viewers to see a recap of what has been happening across the country when it came to the BBI. It has been really a quagmire, with some term as a tsunami, others term as nobody can stop reggae. And it has been an issue that has caused a split even in Jubilee Party. But first, let's take a look at that clip that shows how the BBI drum has been all over the country.
Friends, reggae will stop. Hawa watu wa reggae na hiyo tsunami jana kule Narok wanaanza kusema ya kwamba ati wanaanza kuhubiri mambo ya kugawanya Wakenya. Ati wewe kama sio mtu wa kabila fulani huwezi kutafuta uongozi, huwezi kufanya biashara, huwezi kuishi, unahitaji ruhusa na kibali ya mtu mwingine ama kiongozi fulani umpigie magoti ndio uweze kuwa Mkenya pale.
Hakuna mtu ambaye anasema ati mtu asiishi. Wakenya wana haki ya kuishi katika pale popote katika pembeni ya Kenya. Lakini kama wewe unaishi, heshimu wale ambao wamepata hapo. Usiwakanyage na kuwatusi. Si sawa? Si sawa? Hii tunasema tunataka hii ndio tunataka kusuluhisha. Ili kila mahali watu wanaishi kwa amani. Hakuna Mkikuyu, hakuna Mluhya, hakuna Mkamba, hakuna Masai, Mjaluo, hakuna Mjikenda, hakuna Mkale, sisi zote tuko wa Kenya. Hiyo ndio tunataka.
Of course, you have had the political kingpins, as I may call them, try to push each other to the neck on the issue of the BBI. The issue of Deputy President William Ruto accusing the Orange Democratic Party of dominating the BBI meetings. From where you sit, do you think that it is an issue of domination or is it an issue of alienation?
All I can say is it's so unfortunate that politics has taken the center stage on the BBI. For instance, we have seen governors joining the former Prime Minister in all the rallies. And they are not able to utter even a word regarding what is in that document or the report. All they're doing is even they're making it look worse than it is supposed to be. You saw Siaya Governor Rasanga when he was given a chance to speak. When he looked around and saw the number of people who had attended the meeting at Narok, he went ahead to say that, Baba, these are all your faults. But you know, our victory was stolen. What does that one mean, Irene? We as a country, we have moved. And we don't want such utterances to take us back. We want to make our economy, the GDP of this economy, really lies. Whenever there is any political instability, I can tell you, even in tourism sectors, they lose a lot. So what the Deputy President is trying to say, you saw even in Garissa, that was on yesterday, the Member of Parliament did not attend the meeting. What does that one tell you? There is a divide. Let's not sit here and pretend that things are well. It's not the way we had expected. This document means good for me and you and for all Kenyans. So we are expecting to see that all these readers are from all divide of where they're coming from to rally behind the Kenyan. The Kenyan, it's me and you, who are in fact paying for their salaries. So by they have forgotten that they need to forget about the politics and the rally behind that document.
Deputy President William Ruto has said that he will stop the BBI reggae. I don't know, from where you sit, do you think the hustler, who now seems like he's standing alone, given that the President Uhuru Kenyatta, there has been seen to be some sort of disunity between the two leaders, do you think Deputy President William Ruto will stop this BBI reggae?
I don't think so. You know, when it comes to politics, like I said, William Samoei Ruto, what is trying from where he's speaking from. You know, they haven't gone to Rift Valley. So all I know is is referring to the utterances made in the previous rallies. That what is expected is not playing any role. So why will they be going to the rallies each and every day, and whatever they're talking does not go hand in hand with that report? That's where the problem is. Because all we expected, and the timeline which was extended, is to give more views on what has been plotted and what's supposed to be done and what's supposed to be not done. William Ruto, Deputy President, he strongly feels he has been left out. And you have seen everywhere, even in social media, what they're talking about, what Kenyans are talking about, that there is disunity. The members who are allied to William Samoei Ruto, Deputy President, they have not been given an opportunity to address the issues in all the rallies. So why will we say that we support the report when other members are not given the opportunity to give their views? That's where the problem is. But
opposition leader Raila Odinga has previously invited the Tanga group to the BBI meetings, but once they attended the one in Mombasa and Kitui, they have since not been seen in any other meeting. In fact, the one in Narok, they stormed out. Do you think it's an issue of saying that he has been alienated, or him as a leader and his allies have decided to stay out of the BBI meetings across the country?
It's equally the question should be. Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, together with our President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, came up and said we need to unite the Kenyans. Why have we not seen the President, together with Right Premier, going to these rallies? That should be the question. Why? If the report means good for us, why is it that the former Prime Minister have been left to champion the report? That should be the question. We are expecting to see we are expecting to see them going, telling Kenyans we have come and this one means good for us from today henceforth. Yeah.
There have been sentiments that have been made by KOTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli, who has been seen to be at the center of this BBI issue. We'll love our viewers to hear that clip, which will be our basis of our discussion moving on.
Ambayo itakataza Uhuru Kenyatta kuingia katika uongozi mpya wa katiba mpya, asaidishane na baba na viongozi wengine watakao kuwako kumaliza agenda yake. Nothing. There is nothing ambayo itakataza Uhuru Kenyatta kuingia katika uongozi mpya wa katiba mpya, asaidishane na baba na viongozi wengine watakao kuwako kumaliza agenda yake. Nothing.
That clip by KOTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli, who has been at the center of this BBI discussion, especially among the Luo community. The issue of BBI giving the proposal of the extension of the term of President Uhuru Kenyatta, an issue that many have said will be having a Prime Minister as the President Uhuru Kenyatta and the President as Raila Odinga. It is an issue that has angered Deputy President William Ruto, since the issue will cloud his succession in 2022 politics. Are we seeing a situation whereby now the BBI initiative will now be clouded by politics, which will be a precedence of other things that we have seen in the previous terms? From where you sit, do you think now the sentiments being made by KOTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli is tainting the BBI issue of uniting the country?
It's really unfortunate to see the sentiments coming from one Secretary General, Bwana Francis Atwoli. All I can say, our president is like another Kenyan. If the report comes out strongly and says to have a Prime Minister, but I have not seen the president coming out saying that he's planning to go for that position. Well, all I can say is a Kenyan and is eligible for the position. And let's not dwell on the Premier. The Premier will not sort out the issues the Kenyans have. Kenyans want to see the commodities like sugar, infrastructure being taken care of. The issue of the Premier, and I've seen them, like the report came out very well, talking about the position of the Prime Minister. They reduced the number of, they said that the CES should be abolished. So the report came to see on how it can reduce the wages of this country. For the utterances from our Secretary General, Francis Atwoli, it's pure politics. And politics have taken part of the report. Like I can tell you, the PPI, it's now evident. It has hydras, and one person who has been made busy to go around in the name of PPI. But the truth is, it's all about politics, and it's all about 2022 succession. So what we are supposed to see, Irene, is how the common mwananchi is going to benefit. Leave alone all these rallies. We have not seen what we as the Kenyans, we as the employers of the president, deputy president, the member of parliament, what is our take?
Tanga leaders, like Deputy President William Ruto, are reeling in shock given the position that opposition leader Raila Odinga has taken over in government. In fact, nowadays, Raila Odinga will say anything that President Uhuru Kenyatta will do, and it will be done. I guess, for instance, being the Garissa BBI rally, where he promised the leaders in that region that he'll talk to President Uhuru Kenyatta to ensure that the issue of the Northeastern teachers are really agreed upon. And today morning, the president is said to have met the leaders of Northeastern. Has the opposition leader Raila Odinga taken over the position of Deputy President William Ruto moving forward?
That was a good, was a good thing, I can say. The people of Garissa, the kids of Garissa, they have been missing to get in fact, our constitution, we as the Kenyans, we have the right to education. And they're supposed to receive education, which is the most, like I said, this PPI and the rallies, we have seen the positive of it, and have seen the negative of it.
But do you think opposition leader Raila Odinga has taken over the position of Deputy President William Ruto?
Not really. He remains to be in the opposition.
But many have termed opposition leader Raila Odinga as a leader with no portfolio, but he's making key decisions in government. Is that not taking over the position that maybe the Deputy President will be fitting in, given that now the Deputy President has been seen as a man who is in government, but outside government at the same time?
All we need to, let's not run away from the truth and facts. And facts are very stubborn.
Yeah.
All I know, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, as his followers, and as I say, like when he said, wachana na Safaricom, you saw what happened. When he said, wachana na Brookside, you saw what happened. That's why the president felt it's very important to work with the Prime Minister, because for the interest of the Kenyans, for the interest of the economy. That's why you saw the Prime Minister. In fact, when the Prime Minister came and started working with the president, we have seen a number of things going well. Like, for instance, the economy, and at some point, there was a good relationship between the people of Central and the people of Nyanza.
Right.
It started working well. So I don't see any problem as the opposition leader working with the president. Like the report itself, now it has given a mandate the leader of opposition, opposition to be in parliament, to articulate issues affecting Kenyans. You know very well, Irene, Raila Amolo Odinga got over 5 million votes. So he has already 5 million votes. So he has a say. The people of Garissa voted for him, and he feels like any other Kenyan that they have a right to education.
Okay, we are pressed on time. We'll love to have more discussion on the issue of BBI, but Enoch Omariba, kindly tell us what you will recommend as a political pundit on how the discourse on BBI should be taken moving forward so that it can accomplish what it was meant to.
All I can say, let's go to the drawing board. Let's ensure that the common mwananchi has the report. Second, let's know what to talk, when and where. We are 45 tribes, equal. We have all the opportunities as a Kenyan. Let it not be perceived that this is a Tanga thing, it's a Kieleweke thing, it's an ODM thing. It's for the Kenyan. As a young reader, as a young man below that 5 years, we gave our recommendation to the report, to the commission, and we felt like the recommendation we gave, it's a solution to this country. That's all we are expecting to see. That in infrastructure, well, corruption, zero. We don't want to see a country whereby corruption has taken a center stage.
All right. Thank you, Enoch Omariba, for sharing your sentiments on the BBI discourse. We are hoping that the political stakeholders and the who in this country will be able to take those sentiments in consideration. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be taking a short break, but once we return, we'll be having more from the world of sports. Stay with us.